on the other end of our stadium. Those were three members of our killer. Another reason why they're known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is the Orcas orca. Their common name is the killer whale. Each of our 5 whales have their own personal names. Takara, Sakari, Kamea, and joining us right here are whales Tuar and Kayukin. Kamea is the youngest whale at 10 years old. Kamea and Sakari's mother, Takara, is the oldest whale. She's 32 years old. She's also the matriarch of our pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us and take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we're able to teach the whales husbandry or healthcare behaviors. Trainers Carrie and Kylan are joining us at the slide outs to help demonstrate some of these behaviors. Now, one of the very first things that we'll teach the whales is called a fluke present. In this position, we're not only able to get a great look at their entire body, but it also allows us access to the easy-to-see shallow veins located on the white underside of their tails by asking them to slide their entire bodies out of the water onto a killer whale-sized scale located in one of our back-adjacent pools. Kayukin is demonstrating this behavior now. With him in the slide out, you're going to notice that a portion of his body still remains in the water, from his dorsal fin all the way down to his tail flukes. This region is called the peduncle, and it contains several large, very powerful muscles that can easily weigh several hundreds of pounds. With this in the water, we would not get an accurate weight. So to solve this problem, we've conditioned the whales to lift their heads and tails, just like this. And that's how we know, as of this past Monday morning, Kayukin is weighing in at over 9,800 pounds. It's very important that we weigh all the whales to make sure the younger ones like Sakari and Kamea are growing appropriately, and that our older, more mature whales like Kayukin are maintaining optimal weights. These husbandry behaviors help to ensure the whales are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Observational learning and mimicry plays a critical role in the life of a killer whale. From the moment that they're born, they learn necessary life skills by watching and playing follow the leader with their mothers and the other whales. Well, here at SeaWorld, they play follow the leader with us by mimicking our movements. So with the help of Braden, we're going to put that to the test. Why don't you take one of your hands to get high in the air and give Tuar a great big wave. Well, would you look at that? He's paying very close attention to you. Killer whales have excellent eyesight both above and below the water. Well, we've observed the whales spy hopping or even jumping completely out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings. Now, you just asked for a behavior called a sighting bow. He's taken out to the bottom of this 40-foot deep pool, and if you turn your attention towards the center, this is Tuar! Now that was great. Killer whales can communicate in a variety of ways, and producing vocalizations happens to be one of them. So over here on the other side, Apple, you're going to help us out. Why don't you take your 2 pointer fingers and pretend as if you're conducting an orchestra? Hey, oh, that's beautiful! All of these vocalizations actually come from the blowhole, which is located right on top of their heads. Scientists believe that when a killer whale leaps out of the water and crashes back down onto the surface, that's a way of making their presence known. You see, sound waves travel 4.5 times faster through the water than through the air. So when a whale leaps out of the water and comes crashing back down, well, that sound can be heard for miles. To get wet. Well, thank you so much for being such a great sport. Ladies and gentlemen, why don't we give it up for our audience volunteers? As you can see, killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's research into observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many mysteries that surround these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period for a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to obtain out in the wild. However, some information can only be gained through field observation. And that's why SeaWorld works closely with our partners, like the Norwegian Orca Survey, to help further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice floes. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt. They use fluke swipes to stun their prey, and they can even beach themselves completely out of the water. For these whales, it's a fun demonstration, but for you, it's time to get wet. amazing athletes. They can eat over 100 pounds of food a day. Depending on where they live and time of year, their prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans